Hey there, it's Big Tony over here at Nat G, coming at you with a little War Robots action we're playing on my Note 20 Ultra. I've broken out and got my face cam out, so I'm playing, and I've got a separate camera, so I'm not just looking down and you see kind of like a little circle down there. A little better camera quality, because we're covering a big subject today, and that is surviving nerfs. And what's going to be more fitting to talk about that than this right here, the Ocho. The Ocho is going to be getting a nerf. Y'all know it. It's already old news. It's going to get a reduction in its DOT resistance, which is going to make it easier to kill. Yes, and that's actually what needs to be done to it, and it's the way it should have been released in the first place. So, actually, I'm looking forward to that nerf. And of course, it's shield. It's repulsive shield, which is meant really just to shove things out of the way. It's going to be getting a damage reduction, which is fine because it really wasn't supposed to be a damaging weapon in the first place. It's supposed to be a way to fling people and throw them off a beacon, throw them off a bridge. That's what it was meant to do. And set up your special ability usage. But I mean, I don't see the nerfs coming on the Ocho as a bad thing. I actually see it as a good thing. And actually, I'm glad I've got several of them because I'm going to keep playing them. Because I'm just going to adapt to the new game style, which is going from this. I'm running this as a brawler, as you can tell. I'm just running in and just bludgeoning the daylights out of things. I'm going to have to be a little more strategic, pick my targets, ambush things. And, I'm just going to have to work it a little more carefully. There's nothing wrong with that. That's actually just making the Ocho Kochi require actually some skill to run. Because right now, it requires very little skill to run the Ocho. You smash the thumb, you hit the button, and you run things over. I'm doing right here. I've got the godlike going. So Ocho, I'm okay with the nerf. In fact, I'm grateful for it. Now let's go ahead and talk about the tamer and the damper. Let's go ahead and kill this right here. As you can tell, I've got my ultimate Fenrir out here. This is MK2 level 12 now, guys. This thing has got massive hit points. I still have to grind out. I got 3 more. It takes 4 upgrade tokens to get this thing up to MK3, where I get my gray damage reduction. And then this thing will be literally a minor league titan. This will be the way the Fenrir used to be. This is taking my spot as the brawling bot in my hangar instead of just the Ocho. The Ocho is a brawler. It's going to be an ambush assault bot. This is a brawler. And what's he do? Just a destroyer. He's dropping right down. Whoops! Hit the drink. But I digress. Tamer and damper. Getting a 30% damage reduction, which is fine because it was over the top. Honestly, it could use a 50% damage reduction. And really, its big thing is its rust capabilities, which aren't being touched at all. So they're still going to be good weapons. They're just not going to be obliterating things like they used to. And you're definitely going to want to run multiple versions of it. Now, I'm going to still run them. I've got plenty of them. I'm just going to run them a little different. I just know it's not going to kill things in one fell swoop. It's going to take a couple runs at it and a couple reloads. Now, the one weapon which is getting which looks like a nerf on paper, which isn't, is the Deceiver and the Trickster. And you're looking at it's like a 50% reduction in damage, in its shot damage. But now it's going to have unlimited DOT stacking, where it could only stack up to a certain point now. So you're going to be talking, it's going to take the spot of the damper and the tamer. People are going to want those because you can just lay it on thick with a huge DOT layering, a smattering of the effect, and just watch it chew things up. It's going to chew up titans, it's going to chew up everything. Those are going to be the next tamer and damper type weapons. I'm glad I kept 3 of them. I got them up well over MK2 level 4. So they will make a good set of weapons. I'll put it right on my Ocho. I have them sitting on the Ophion. We're going to talk about the Ophion in a minute. But definitely, if you've got Tricksters and you have got Deceivers, you're going to want to get those up there, because those are going to be weapons that are going to be very valuable, at least for the next couple months, until they get nerfed. But we'll see. Okay, I got to hand it out right there. That's fine. Let's go ahead and drop the next one. Oh my gosh, what am I running? Another Ocho. Of course I am, because I'm grinding out resources, guys, because I'm going to need to level up a whole boatload of stuff come next event. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the Ophion. The Ophion, of course, is getting a reduction in its damage buff from its absorber shield, and its built-in weapon is like 50% reduction in its damage, and that's fine. I'm just going to run a little different. As long as they don't tweak that absorber shield to drop when it's going down and when it's going up, you're okay. If they do that, it's dead in the water. That's just the way it's going to be. It'll be Fafnered into the ground. But if they don't do that, and on the quicksand version, it doesn't. There is a glitch where the standard one kind of does when it's landing. I don't know if that's by intention or by glitch, but I'm not going to be leveling up any more Ophions, and I wouldn't suggest that you do it. But if you do have the quicksand version and it's up there, there's no reason why you couldn't keep playing. You just got to change your style a little bit and change the weapons. Like, I've got multiple deceivers in the high-end category. I might put them on my Ophion. Hammer on things and then just get back to cover and let the DOT do the work. And of course, I did some good work with the Eiffel there. I didn't talk much about it, but the Eiffel is actually a pretty decent Titan as long as you don't expect it to brawl like a luchador or be completely over the top like a Newton. Look at this guy with love. Oh man, he has got those big old weapons there, and that is the suspicious weapon system that didn't get touched in the last set of proposed nerfs. The Fulgurs and the Tonins. And of course the Newton, none of those are getting touched. But then we typically don't see Titan nerfs except maybe once or twice a year. And I anticipate by summer you're going to see some adjustment to those because you're going to have to get ready for the next round of nerfs. So, my advice on this next one, if you need a brawl, look at the Revenant. The Revenant's going to get a buff. That might actually come back into its own. That'll be interesting to watch. And of course, you can't go wrong with a Fenrir. You just got to know you're going to get killed. Standard Fenrir gets killed by Titans. It just does. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about just a little strategy here before this game bleeds out on me. We're just not getting that last weekend, and we're down a player. So we got to work this. But how to survive nerfs. First, don't panic. Don't over-invest in meta gear. If there's like the Ocho. I ended up getting a third Ocho just because it came in a datapad drop. And I plan on probably selling one of them for scrap and recoup a little bit of what I put into it. And I'm just going to keep 2 of them. I don't like keeping more than 2 of anything because it's really not worth it. And the same way with the weaponry. I'm not going to get too excited about the nerfs that come in because remember, everything that gets nerfed, and if they nerf it too hard, we'll get a buff later on down the road. So change your style of gameplay. If your bot was a monster, oh come on, I'm hung up on nature. If your particular build was a monster brawler in the meta, more than likely you're going to have to switch to being an ambush predator when it's out of the meta. You're so out of here. Okay, we got to get that. We got to get the beacon up there. So let's go ahead and keep working it. And for you guys who have one of these, the Curry, like I said, Curry's a monster. If you've seen any of my videos on this before, Curry is a beast. This one here is going to go the way of the Mars. No ifs, no ands, no buts. It's going to. It's going to get a nerf to the turrets. It's going to get a nerf to its speed. It's going to get a nerf to its buff that you get when you throw out your turrets. When you get your hit points back. It's still going to be good. Like the Mars, you can still run a Mars. You just got to know what you can do with it. And it's not going to be the primo brawler that it used to be. But I anticipate that's what's going to happen here. So if you guys have a Curry, get ready for it. It's definitely going to suffer in a couple months. It just will. When they replace it with something else that throws turrets and has a shield as well. All right, let's keep moving here. We got this thing turned around. This has been a good, solid match, guys. I mean, seriously, really, really fun, and a good conversation on how to survive nerfs and the current nerfs that are coming down the pipe. So, get ready, guys. It's a coming. I'm ready for it. I'm gonna have fun with it. I've got multiple weapons in different categories, so I'm always diversifying my hanger. We took the victory. Sweet. Let's okay. I think that's gonna be a wrap up, guys. 16 kills and 5 beacon caps. Wow, that was a pounder. Alrighty, guys, if you like what you're seeing and hearing, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell for notifications. That way you know when I'm dropping it. Alrighty, guys, stay safe and healthy. Watch out for each other. I'll catch you on the battlefield.